Every city that I visit, I just have to go to Sephora. And you know what? This time, I'm going to take you to the Sephora where I used to work. For those of you who are new here, I'm a makeup artist. I'm based in Paris. And I've started my journey in Paris because I was offered a job at ANASTASIA Beverly Hills. The job title was a makeup artist, but in reality, I was training Sephora staff. I had 44 stores where I would have to go and train Sephora staff how to use ANASTASIA Beverly Hills eyebrow product, because that was the focus back then in 2016. Basically, this is how I got to Paris, thanks to ANASTASIA. Shout out to Andreea Sweater. And then I quit my job to be like on my own, like a freelance. I was doing freelance makeup, and then, you know, my social media kind of blew up after I did a viral video on YouTube, and the rest is history. I went through a lot in the past 8 years. It's not like I succeeded all of a sudden. I still feel like I didn't make it, you know? I'm very grateful for my life and for everything that I have right now, but it doesn't feel like, oh my God, you've made it. I don't think you ever feel that way. Anyway, I'm taking you to the Sephora where I used to work, where everything started. It's on Champs-Élysées. When I say everything started, everything started. One of the girls that worked in 1996 was a Romanian, and she's still working to this day at Sephora. And she was telling me how much Sephora changed. Meanwhile, it was bought by LVMH, the big group that we all know. And true story, Monsieur Bernard Arnault, who is the founder, the chairman at LVMH, used to come at Sephora, maybe he still does, used to come at Sephora every single Saturday at 10 a.m. when the store would open. He would come with his son and his bodyguards, and he would greet everyone, especially people from Dior. And he was just like checking out his baby. I guess he has 2 babies, Louis Vuitton and Sephora. And yeah, it was super fun working in Sephora Champs-Élysées. I'm not gonna lie. From the work perspective, like, you see all those people working there and you think, oh, it's such a fun job. It's really not. It's definitely only for young people. I don't know how older people are doing it in Sephora, because you're not allowed to sit. So you're on your feet for 8+ hours, and the noise, you have constant music, right? The noise, plus the noise of the people. Now with COVID, after COVID, it's not the same. But you guys, before COVID, you have to understand the traffic at Sephora, that like the amount of people that were in Sephora, like literally they were like this. This is how they were. And it's a huge store. I think it's the biggest store in the world. Plus the smell. When I would come home, the shifts were terrible. So you would work from 10 to 6 or from 3 to midnight. And imagine you would come home at midnight. My head was spinning. And every time I would come home from work, my husband would tell me, oh my God, you smell like Sephora. Because your hair, your clothes is like soaking all of those fragrances, you know. They spray fragrances continuously there. So yeah, it was a fun experience for me to work there, but like I said, it's not easy. So next time you go to Sephora, have just a little bit more consideration for the people working in there, because the requests that people have and the tone that sometimes they use, it could just put you down. It's challenging, and the salary is, like, people who work in Sephora France usually have the minimum salary. And so yeah, not fun. Leaving that aside, it is one magical place. Sephora for me is the place where I feel so much like I belong. It's just so incredibly inspiring for someone that works with makeup or colors, or for artists, I guess. It's like a playground for me. So I'm gonna take you there. I guess the only reason why I haven't taken you to Sephora yet is because they always have loud music, and you know how YouTube does not allow us to play music. Oh, let's hope that the microphone that I was pointing to my knees is going to help us. Okay, DJI, do your job. Merci beaucoup, monsieur. Au revoir. You know what? It's 4 p.m. This might not be the perfect timing to come to Sephora. More than I think about it, it's not like I never worked here. Ta-da! The most beautiful and the biggest, I think, Sephora in the world. Okay, guys, fun fact. This is what it's called, the podium. So every week or like every month, Sephora has a brand that they love to push. Most of the times it would be something like Dior or Guerlain, you know, their favorite brands because they are LVMH owned. I see that now there is a Drunk Elephant. Merci beaucoup, monsieur. With a smile on his face, I could not. It's exactly the way I remember it. Although I was here the other day and there was nobody. It was at 10 a.m. The one thing I never understood were parents, and especially, you know, women, because we are guilty, that would come with their kids. It's such a like super crazy experience here because of the noise, because of all the colors, because of all the lights. And you know, when you come to Sephora, you cannot be here for like 5 minutes. And I look around because we're not allowed to have the kids in the video. So I look around and it's full of kids. I mean, this city is full of kids regardless. It's like French people have like 3+ kids. Let's just start with something. Anastasia. Okay, I came straight to Anastasia because, like I mentioned, this is how I got to Paris. I just love this brand. It helped me so much in my career. I was this girl. I was working in Sephora 2 times a week. I was this girl. And actually, I know this girl. That's you. What is so much of that? Until only a few days ago, this brand was only available at Le Bon Marché. And now, ta-da! We have it in Sephora. I'm super excited. I'm wearing this right now on my eyelids and also on my cheeks. If you are in United States, you will be surprised to see that you have Chanel in Sephora. I think that in the US, I don't remember ever seeing Chanel in Sephora, but here it's one of the brands. Another brand that you can find here that I think is so much fun is Rabanne Beauty. This is the funnest brand right now, like the coolest brand. I don't see it a lot on social media, but boy, I adore their eyeshadows. Eyeshadows are insane. I haven't tried a lot of their lipsticks, but let me show you the eyeshadows. Wow. Find a little mouchoir. Going to steal one from Benefit. My very first professional eyeshadow palette was from Makeup Forever. And I remember it was signed, I still have it, it was signed by Danny Sands, she's in Neuilly-sur-Seine, who is the founder of Makeup Forever. Obviously, the brand was sold many years ago, but fun fact, when I was living in Porte-Maillot, which is in the 17th arrondissement, it's very close to Neuilly. It was very easy for me to do all my shopping in Neuilly. And as I was walking in Neuilly, I see Danny, the founder of Makeup Forever, coming out of a restaurant. And I pass, and then I'm like, no, like, what am I doing? And then I turn and I say, are you Danny Sands? And she's like, yes. And I'm like, I'm such a big fan. Like, I'm a huge Makeup Forever lover. And I told her about the history that I have with the brand. And she's like, come to my office. Like, are you free now? And I'm like, yeah, sure. She would take me to her office, which was back then in Neuilly-sur-Seine. And she gave me her phone number. And then we met at IMATS, who's the biggest makeup artist trade show in Los Angeles. I will never forget how nice she was. Incredibly nice. And Makeup Forever will always, always have a very special place in my heart. I think their products are so, so good. Also, another fun fact is that when I lived in Bucharest, in Romania, my apartment was on top of Makeup Forever at the fifth floor. What products do I love? I have not tried this foundation, but I love their concealer for a very natural look. The artist pencils are absolutely insane. Their eyeshadows used to be amazing. I haven't tried them in a very long time. This makeup sponge is really, really good. The Aqua Resist Smoky Shadow, again, that's a product I love. Okay, if I stay this long to each brand, this video is going to be 5 hours long. Pat McGrath. I remember when Pat McGrath was launched, it was just like craziness in France. Like everyone talked about it. Like this was on everyone's lips. When you were talking with a makeup lover, they were like, "Oh my god, I cannot wait to try Pat McGrath." Obviously, the eyeshadows were a big hit, and then the gloss. I remember I wanted to have every single gloss because Pat had those very satisfying videos where they would apply either eyeshadow or gloss. Oh my god, I wanted to have everything. What do I love? I love their lipsticks. So if you love a good matte, if you love Lisa Eldridge lipsticks, you should know that Pat McGrath has a very, very similar formula with Lisa. And you know what? To this day, I think that the eyeshadows are so good. It bothers me that the palette itself is just so incredibly heavy. So, for example, I cannot, I would have to depot them if I want to have them in my makeup kit. Otherwise, they're just stunning. Lip glosses. Let me show you my favorite. Okay, so Nude Venus is this one, and Love Potion is this one. They're just, this is always out of stock. I wonder if they have it now because I would love to have it. Look how little stock they have. This is a big problem in Sephora France in general. They have a very, very little stock. Okay, let's see if, let me show you Nude Venus. Insane. Nude Venus works for absolutely every single skin tone. It? Am I lucky today? I'm taking this. I'm taking two. Oh my God, yes. So here's the thing. Let me tell you something. Why did I look? Because back when I was working in Sephora, I remember that there were times when you thought you got your color and you would get home and it would just not be what you were looking for. And it wasn't, obviously it wasn't the Sephora, like the people working in Sephora. They were just like certain customers that were just doing either jokes or I don't know why, but it happened a couple of times to me, and since then I always check the product. When Fenty Beauty arrived in Sephora, they were the best selling brand for months. I think now it's Rare Beauty and Charlotte Tilbury. I love Fenty. They have a very specific look. The brand is so inclusive. I think it's the first super inclusive brand. Also, it's one of the first brands that came out with cream blushes, cream bronzers. By far, the product that I think everyone should have. I don't care your complexion, I don't care your skin type. You should have the Diamond Bomb highlighter. This you can apply on your body, on your face, on your eyes, everywhere. Like it's absolutely insane. I adore it. You have to have it. You know what product I use in the weekend? It's not going to be everyone's cup of tea. Probably like maybe 1% of you would like it, or maybe not even. But I love their foundation powder. Fenty Beauty foundation powder is oh good. Amazing coverage power, super matte. I love to do that because it's just super easy. And then I spray because I need a little bit more glow. It's too matte after that. But it's an amazing product, hands down. These are so underrated. These blushes, Petal Poppin. Is this Petal Poppin? No, I don't think so. No, this is Petal Poppin. Sorry. This is such a good universal color. This is super nice too, huh? Pinky Promise. For my age, my skin type right now, concealer and foundation, too drying. I do love their skin tint. Their skin tint is hands down probably the best in Sephora. Oh, another fun thing about this Sephora is that they have, I think they have one of the best selection for fragrances. So they have Maison for example. They have all the Tom Fords, L'Artisan Parfumier, Pentaligon, Acqua di Parma. I mean, this is such an amazing brand. I love every single bottle. I think it's so beautiful, so extra, right? Also, you can find Kilian. What do you guys think about the new fragrance from Tom Ford, Vanilla Sex? I will put in the description down below a very, very good alternative. Not cheaper, but a much better one. Because I tried the Vanilla Sex and I was like, that's it. I do love vanilla and I have a lot of vanilla fragrances. The one that I'm going to give you, it's going to turn heads. People will stop you on the streets, but you cannot find it in Sephora, unfortunately. Okay, I know that everyone is raving about Baccarat Rouge. If you walk on, like a year ago, if you were walking on Avenue Montaigne, which is like the most expensive street, like luxurious street in Paris, you would smell that fragrance like it was everywhere. In my opinion, the one that's really worth getting is this one. Nude Satin Mood. I said what I said. Do I need to say anything about Dior? No. We all love Dior. Dior is massive company. You guys know everything I love from Dior. It has my heart. It will forever have my heart. End of story. House Labs. I need some stuff from this brand. I keep seeing these like 11 years old kids. I'm like, what am I doing here? First of all, this is expensive for you. Where do you have the money? Because they're all by themselves, right? In my head, I'm just jealous. When I was 11, I would still play with Barbie, okay? Okay, what do I like from the brand? I love these. I have the rose quartz and I really, really love it. These are so underrated. They're one of the best of its kind. They are like pencil cream lipsticks, incredibly long lasting and super creamy and comfortable on the lips. I love the blushes. The blushes are so good. Look at this one. Isn't this absolutely stunning? Maybe we should get this. I'm going to get this and no, not this one. Put them back, Andrea. Put them back. You know better. Of course, I know where the products are. And I also know that here there's more. Look, exactly what I was looking for. If you know, you know. Foundation, by far. Foundation and concealer, the best from the brand. Should I get the other colors? Well, I might have it at home though. You know what? I've never really been into like Lancome makeup other than their foundation. Bonjour. Bonjour. When it comes to Lancome, the only thing that I have in mind is the foundation and the mascara. That's it. They don't have a huge variety of products, and I think that's just working for them. The foundation, the Teint Idole Ultra Wear, stunning. The most long lasting. If you're a bride, it's either this or the one next to it, the YSL All Hours foundation. Like I adore these two foundations. The lipsticks from Lancome are really good. Obviously, we all know about Armani. The best thing about Armani is the foundation. Bestseller, their Luminous Silk. But do not sleep on these. So if I had to choose between these and the ones from Lancome, the new ones, definitely 100% go with the Armani. I think Guerlain, I remember when I went to Sephora US in I was in New York. I don't remember seeing Guerlain. Maybe you only have it online there. But this is such a beautiful brand. Their new foundation and the concealer, terracotta, they're insane. Not for dry skin. If you have mature skin, you would have to apply a crazy amount of skincare for this foundation to look good on you. I think it's a bit too drying for dry skin. And I say this because I was raving about it, and then I had a client that was like in her late 50s, and I was using the foundation And thank God, like I immediately realized that, oh my God, this is not good. And I took it off. But for myself, I adore it. I adore it. Another product that I love is the new Kiss Kiss lip oil. Better than Dior. That's the reality. You realize the importance of a brand in Sephora by their location. It's literally like real estate, you guys. I don't know if you know this, but for example, you saw the when you entered, that's the most important, right? That's the focus. And then everything that is like in the middle is the most important. So this area is like that's where they put their focus on. Dior, Charlotte Tilbury, Guerlain. Charlotte Tilbury needs absolutely no introduction. I love 80% of this brand. Art and makeup by Mario. Okay. Fun fact. I'm a huge fan of Tarte since like 2015. Since the beginning of YouTube, when I would see Desi Perkins and Katie Lustry Lux, you guys remember? They would use Tarte. I loved the Tartelette palettes, iconic. I love their lip products. For some reason, I haven't been using their products as much. I just grew out of it. I don't know. But I still love the brands. Maybe I should start reusing some of their products. Makeup by Mario. Do they send me products? Yes, they do. Do I still buy a lot? I buy like crazy. I adore the brand. I also want to support the brand. I have every single product. I love every. You know what? This product, the skin enhancer, everyone raved about it. I don't know. I don't see it. Like, what is it? Concealer, jewelry. Foundation, jewelry. Lip liners, fantastic. Lipsticks, amazing. My love for Givenchy. Givenchy has my heart. If you've been following me, you know that I have huge love for their fragrance, L'Interdit. This smells so good. But there was a time, I think like 2 years ago, when everyone was smelling like L'Interdit. Wherever you would go, people would smell like L'Interdit. I would wear it, and I remember I went to an event and someone said, "Are you wearing L'Interdit?" I was like, "Yeah." I don't like when people can guess my fragrance. Some products that are underrated, loose blushes. So something you should know about these loose blushes is that they actually look a lot better if you apply it with a powder puff. I know I've seen even makeup artists saying, do not apply this with a powder puff. Actually looks really good if you apply it with a powder puff, especially if you are doing your makeup for videos and for pictures and you're looking for that very soft, powdery application. You would love the blushes. Also, you guys, this irresistible. Wow, I love this fragrance, but not the rose velvet. The other one, the classic irresistible. I have their whole range, and I remember I was applying the body lotion, and it's quite strong. Like if you apply the body lotion, you do not need to apply fragrance. Wow, how gorgeous is that? Girl, don't film her. We're not allowed. I got in an Uber. The guy was like, Madame, what is your fragrance? It's so good. I want to buy it to my wife. And I remember I wrote it down on a piece of paper. Love it. The new lipsticks are really good. The velour ones. Not a huge fan of their complexion. Okay, let's move on. Gucci. Okay, if I'll be honest with you, there is a love and hate I have for Gucci because I think their packaging is a little bit like describing me in a way. So I would have loved for this to be my brand. Like if I ever had a brand, I would want it to be like Gucci. Not the flowery stuff, but just like the all these pale pinks and blues. Just stunning, stunning, stunning packaging. I love the bronzers. Oh my God, this is so pretty. Oh no, no. In certain lights, products look better than they are. That's the reality. Prada Beauty. It's a new brand in Sephora. Beautiful. Price point obviously is going to be high because it's Prada, but I love their foundation. I wish I would have bought the right shade. I have like L5 or like 25 warm in store. It looked good, but when I went outside, it was like a little peachy. No, I like the consistency of their eyeshadows. I just don't like the layout. I hate this triangle situation. I understand it's Prada, it's their logo, but I personally don't like the layout. Lipsticks are good, but I feel like so many brands right now have amazing lipsticks. Like, it's hard to choose from. Valentino. Of course, when you say Valentino, you think about the blushes, especially if you have been following my channel. I love their blushes and I love their powders. Where are they? There are no powders? Don't, honestly, I bought these. I bought quite a few shades. They're okay. There are better. There are better options on the market. Oh, fun fact. I'm supposed to go to a Rare Beauty event right after I'm filming this video for the launch of their new blushes. Between me and you, I don't know if I'm going to make it because I have to go see my son. You know what? I think their skin tint and their blushes are the best. If I have to buy anything, I would definitely go for the blushes. Intensity of the pigment inside the blushes, it's a little bit too strong in my opinion, but they're still gorgeous. Oh, the highlighters as well. The highlighters are really good. Got a little bit further away from the makeup because I wanted to get into hair. You guys know, I'm obsessed with my hair. Like, I have so many products. I buy so many products still. And Leah, the other day, she was doing my hair and she used this one product. Let me see if it was this. The Mystical Shine Spray is really good. But was another thing. I don't remember what it was. But I'm gonna get the extra large bombshell volumizer because why not? Of course, French people are crazy about Olaplex. I love Olaplex. It's one of my favorite hair care brands. And I also love Moroccan oil. My husband adores Moroccan oil. If I didn't have absolutely every single eyeshadow palette from Natasha Denona, I would have come and bought it like immediately. No hesitation. I would get everything from her. I love it. I also love the High Glam concealer. Great concealer. Okay, Ram Beauty. I think they recently got to Sephora, France. This is worth buying. I'm telling you, this is so good. It's let me show you. I'm telling you, they're a dream. A dream. I love it. Lashes. Oh my god. Not a lot of people wear lashes anymore. Then this is, the advantage of being in Sephora France is that you have brands such as Sisley or Clarence. Obviously, Clinique is everywhere. Estee Lauder is everywhere. It's been forever. I haven't tried their foundation. I have too many foundations that I love right now. I'm not gonna get more. Supergoop is I think this is my favorite brand at the moment when it comes to sunscreen. Although there is another brand that you cannot find in Sephora that I adore for their sunscreen. And Glow Recipe. Oh my god, I love Glow Recipe. They have really good skincare. Really good skincare. You know what brand I would love to have in Sephora here? Tower 28 and Kosas and Tatcha and Patrickta. Wow, this place is huge. Let's take a tour for the skincare. This is one new skincare brand. It's called Norae or Norae. It's the first brand that is entirely based on neuroscience. I don't even know what that means. That's what they say. I haven't tried it yet. I did receive the products, but I haven't tried them. So the Janeiro, I know everyone loves it. You know that this is my favorite one. I don't like any of the others, but that blue one is amazing. And this is the line to pay. Do you know that Sephora Champs-Élysées has a lounge area? There are certain people who come here, usually in August, and a lot of people from Middle East, and they can buy, 15,000 euros, or at least it used to be like that, because they didn't have all the brands in Dubai or Qatar and they would come here and buy like 15,000 euros worth of products, and then they would be taken there and you know, they would have champagne, like little snacks, and they would have beauty services. Good customers are treated well in Sephora. Okay, I bought a bunch of these mini powders because I gift my clients mini powders and mini mascaras. And I'm not gonna lie, I have this Sephora cards that allows me to always have 25% off, and it will expire on April 30th. So I'm going to take advantage of that and get my powders now. Okay, where do I pay? 370. Ah, thank God the discount is 92 euros. Now we're talking. Okay, ladies, let's get out of here because my feet hurt already. Wow. It was exactly the way I remembered. Look at the amount of people on Champs-Élysées. It's crazy. And finally, we are out. Thank God, because I don't know. I think the music was too loud. I don't know if I'm getting old but my sensitivity for loud music when I try to focus on my products is like high right now. I hope you enjoyed this vlog at Sephora. Hope you enjoyed shopping with me. Can't believe I haven't done it until now. And I will see you guys in my next one. Bye. I mean, the first one said, "Oh, I'm sorry, I do not take the credit card." Who has cash these days anyway? So I'm like, "No, thank you." This one or yeah. Bonjour. Bonjour, monsieur. Vous êtes libre? Pardon? Ah, il faut pas. Ah, ok, désolé. Yeah, I knew there's like a trick. Bonjour, monsieur. Vous êtes libre?